Hey everyone, today we are doing something special. This is the start of the Weekly Brawl. It is the last Weekly Brawl for the time being. I do not know if they're going to be starting it up anytime in the near future. I think it's indefinitely for now. And this is actually my first ever Weekly Brawl. So not only the last one, but my first one. I was incredibly intimidated by this. I actually didn't even plan on doing it, but I remember seeing a post saying it was going to be the last Weekly Brawl. I saw the Discord notification when it popped up, and I just hopped straight in. So, shout out Gyomber, shout out Grounded Sap, Collie Wally. They were all playing as well in this. If you were in it and I forgot to shout you out, I apologize. I was quite overwhelmed by this whole process, but let's hop straight into it. I'll check the pack kind of throughout. This start with the geckos and ferrets is the best start ever. I mean, I pretty much knew, like, I know some things about versus and I guess like lobby play and whatnot. So I'm looking at the pack. I don't really see any scaling, so I kind of recognize Mantis out of the gate. I don't really recognize anything else to go with Mantis. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's definitely just going to be a Mantis with something else. And I really have no idea. I figured toy scaling was going to be a way as well, so I'd probably go back Mantis, try to go toy scaling on something in the front. We got the gecko going, and yeah, considering the toys, it kind of makes sense. So it'll be interesting to see looking back doing this post commentary. I'm really glad I recorded the run live, but there are points when I messed up my live recording. So I kind of went back to replays and like tried to fill in the gaps. And I also tried to cut out a lot of the fluff in this match. If you've ever played these matches, you know they go very, very long. So let's pay attention here to level ups. And yeah, just kind of check in to see what could go with what. I knew Toad was going to be good, but I'm kind of investing in like a big unit right now. So I figured the Farmer Pig might just kind of help me win those trades. Like my unit's probably going to be bigger than most other teams. So I actually go with Farmer Pig. And could have been just like a terrible decision. And I don't really see any summons, so Flycatcher not really an option. There is Honeypot, but I didn't really want to go that route. So I decided to roll once. A big gamble. I was so nervous at this point because I knew I had a great run going. I pretty much knew I wasn't going to lose a life for at least a couple more turns while I had this set up with the toy. And yeah, it's going well. It's going very, very well. Another ferret shows up, so we freeze it at first. And I'm just looking to see what I would roll for. I am going to be going back and forth a lot in the pack. There it is again. You can see the panic is setting in. I really don't know what to do because I know I want to let that break. But then another one shows up. So I'm like, you know what? I can stack one, no problem. Just gets me closer to another level up. And then another one shows up. So I was like, you know what? It's either that or geckos is really all I wanted. I didn't even really want swans. That's just fill in the gap for now. Just give me a couple gold here or there, then I'll sell it and fill it with something else. And there you go, another gecko. So working towards level 3. Pretty much new in these matches, you have to make very, very smart pivots. You can't just like level something else or level something up, sell it, put something else in. And I wanted to try to save the hearts and really give it the best shot to go as far as possible. So Farmer Cat, Tiger Bug. Tiger Bug is such a great unit. And I didn't recognize at this point. It'd be interesting to see going back when the unit does show up. I'll let you know, but I don't think I've seen this tier 3 unit yet that other people are running. And I'm going to recognize pretty soon that it might be a problem. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, if I pill the mandrill, will it give me those stats? But there's no pill, so never mind. Another farmer pig, just go for a level up. You know, it's like you can level up into Mantis right now, so that was kind of my main concern. Is like, okay, I'll go big gecko, because I probably can't sell that off. It's just too big at this point. I would like to sell the ferret for another toy pet, preferably stingray. There is Gharial, where we can get melons and snipes as well. So the Gharial can carry us to the stingray. Looking for perks, looking for food. I feel like I'm doing the right things. I'm trying not to get too ahead of myself. I don't see the main lines, I guess, so I should be looking ahead more. I think other people may have recognized the main lines in this pack so far as like scaling to the end game, which if you have 5 hearts at this point, I think you should be thinking that. I do whatever it takes to get the strongest line possible, even if I sacrifice a couple hearts in the meantime. You basically got to get it set up before everybody else does. I'm just trying to determine here if I want to take the stats from the farmer cat or if I just want to put the pig in. Sorry, I should have cut some of this stuff out, but there was a lot to cut out. So we'll get it going faster. And somebody that just gave up. So I think the team was still pretty strong at this point. We still had the toy. I think I was going to win or draw that round anyway, so kind of weird, but whatever. And yeah, the Mantis is just there in the shop with a turtle. The emu and the trash panda, the raccoon, trash panda. They are not too interesting right now. And decide to take the farmer cat into the turtle. Pretty much no, I'm not going to get a toy this round. Well, actually, I could roll for a Gharial, sell ferret. But after that, we're not. So no toy. Hopefully the melon makes up for it. And you see one other Mantis there, and you see the flea. People have the flea in the front. I think I recognized, maybe not even this turn. It might not be for a turn or two when I recognize, oh, I'm getting basically 2 big units in the gecko and the Mantis, and people are running, and I'm putting melons on them, and people are running flea. So I guess the melon on the front unit is beneficial, but putting a melon on this gecko right now, probably not going to help in the long run. And I wasn't sure if Mantis was even the line yet. And spoiler alert, it is. Mantis was definitely the way, so I was even nervous that I didn't know if I wanted to keep the Mantis, so that's why I was even hesitant on this turtle. And there's the flea right there. I think that might be the first flea I've seen. Might not, but I don't think I saw too many, and that's just kind of like a spoiler or foreshadow for not finding a pet later in this run, because the main line that includes the Mantis also includes 2 tier 6 pets. That is pretty much the most effective way to scale in this pack. There's not really a way to scale until you get to that point. So that's why you're going to see all these teams are pretty stagnant. It's basically just getting levels on your Mantis, on your flea, on your tiger bug, on whatever you got. And in my case here, I am very, very stagnant. All I'm doing, I mean, I'm getting levels, I'm getting equipment. The equipment with half the teams is going to be null because of the fleas. And decide to go the Excalibur. I figure, you know what? We can just ride that toy out for a long time and sell this ferret off. Now we have a 30 turn toy. And maybe I just go permanent flea. And then I see the shark. So this shows my narrow focus. I did not even recognize that shark was in the pack at this point until I saw it there. And I almost just rolled past it. But that's because I was so paranoid about the flea. I almost kept the flea. Maybe I should have kept flea, sold tiger bug at this point. But I decided, you know what? We're just going to use the flea for this battle. We're going to feint it. I'm going to basically go all in. Maybe I should get rid of the gecko and commit to the flea now at this point. It's kind of a tough one, but that's not the main scaling line. So I don't think it made the biggest difference, these decisions in the end. But this is what I'm trying to think is, do I want flea? Do I want tiger bug? Do I want gecko? yeah, there was the I had to go to replay mode for this battle because I was like alt tabbing a few times. I was getting Discord notifications, and I didn't have like what is it, like Streamlabs open when I was doing this, so like Discord notifications were going off and everything. So it was quite a time. Here are the teams. So very interesting. It looks like somebody, is it turn 11? No, so nobody can, there's Cornucopia. So there is Conpeto from Cornucopia. That's like the late game when you get to your 50-50s, right, with the Mantis and the Sharks and whatnot. And yeah, I am really torn at what to do. Zebra, I know, is what I want to always spam, but you need to do it with 5 gold or more. And I was super tempted to just take the Stingray and get off the Excalibur. I do it. Oh, you know what? I think I skip it. I just take it because it's the highest base stats. I was so lost at this point. I pretty much was in panic because I felt like it was slipping through my fingers, and that these teams would ultimately get way ahead of me if I didn't figure it out. And I didn't know what it was yet. I had no idea. But I think in a turn or two, we'll see when we look at the pets and stuff. I eventually figure it out. We'll see when I freeze a certain pet. So yeah, the Shark and the Mantis, want to get them big. No more Mantis have been showing up, so it's kind of been weird. Oh, I double checked the Mandrill again, but I'm like, break toy? Does that get rid of the toy? I need to pay more attention to the Mandrill. And the Puma's there. Puma with the Excalibur. It'll give me an extra 1/1 on the Shark. Right? So we should be at 11. There we go. That's an effective Puma. And let's see. Mantis, they're fainting Walrus, Turtle, Stingrays. A lot of Mantis Sharks. So Mantis Shark was the right line. That made me feel very good. Yeah, I felt very strong. Then I saw this double Shark team. So this is when I thought maybe the line is just Mantis double Shark, because the double Shark is going to get way stronger than my Gecko. My Gecko is stagnant now. And obviously the Tiger Bug can go as well. He's just there just to help us out in the meantime. So I'm looking for double Shark, I believe. Level 2 Shark is great. I was very torn on whether I should have gone like chocolates on the Mantis early, since he was my front unit, to make sure he's getting big. You see this 32-32 Mantis that I'm not trading with now. It's kind of a tough one, tough calls to make. But I just put the chocolate on the higher tier. I figure if I can get the double Shark going, it's probably really good. And there you go. Pteranodon. Not Pterodon. Pteranodon. So the line is, there's Mammoth in the pack, which I have not seen a Mammoth yet, but there's Mammoth. So the line is Mammoth, Pteranodon with Mantis, and probably the back Shark. And then the Pteranodon will resummon the Mantis, the Pteranodon will resummon the Mammoth every turn, and then you will essentially not have to find more Mammoths. And then the goal after that is to freeze 2 chocolates, or a chocolate and a Mammoth, and then eventually get it to level 2. So then every time it faints, it's giving the 4/4 in stats to your whole team, and then resummoning a level 2 Mammoth every turn. And I think at that point's the best scaling. So you see a bunch of Mammoths right now. I see 1 Pteranodon with the Mammoths. So there's a bunch of teams like this one. Mammoth without Pteranodon. If they sold that Tiger Bug, got Pteranodon in, this team probably would have won if they got it set up at this point. It probably would have won the whole game. It's a tough one. You got to find the pets. So I'm pretty yellow boxfish. The absolute one of the worst things we could have gotten. I guess that, or like a microbe. I guess Phoenix would be pretty bad too. So you see here, I'm pretty much in a complete panic. I go all in. I figure I need a mammoth. I just have to find mammoth. It's the only thing I care about. It's the only thing I need. And the panic overcomes me. The panic absolutely overcomes me. I sell the Pteranodon. Come on. Come on, Metabrusk. You can do it. There it goes. Oh, it hurts the soul. And I pretty much immediately give up until I find a mammoth. I tell myself if I find a mammoth, then I will do it. It is on. You see there, I want to buy sell that zebra. But I figured, you know what, this gecko can help us one more turn before we faint him. It's not the end of the world, like wasting a couple gold here or there. And we're still getting wins. We are still getting wins. So it feels good. There goes our gecko though. But look at that, shark, chocolate. We got the zebra frozen. Just trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. And there's 1 team, 2 teams, 3 teams right there with Pteranodon, Mammoth, Mantis set up. Oh, brother. I still have 5 hearts. So it's not all over yet. Level up, no mammoth. It's all I want is a mammoth. But I didn't want to just completely throw it. I wanted to give it the best shot still. So again, I couldn't use the zebra because I was at 4 gold. Decided to just take a cobra. And I guess if I did play a lot of these matches, I would definitely probably have just hard rolled for the Mammoth Pteranodon, and if I never found it, I would have gone from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 hearts. But you know, for the last brawl, I didn't want to do that. For my first brawl ever. Let's see, this is what, is it a 64-person lobby? So I thought at this point, I'm not sure exactly how many people are left. I guess we'll try to see when I hit end turn. But I thought, you know what? If I can get a top 10, that'd be pretty cool. I'd be so happy with a top 10 performance in my first brawl. Especially considering if I actually win against, like spam this pack, or with this lobby, these same players multiple times, I'd probably do a lot worse. A lot worse. Consistently. Especially when you think of this start I had here, how good of a start I had. And here you go, we lost the heart last round. Look at this, 2 hearts in a row lost to Mr. Cheese Master there. So we're down to 3, still no mammoth. Anteater would have been great to just keep there, but I figure, you know what, I gotta get stats. I gotta get stats. Pteranodon's there, I freeze it in the hopes that I'd find a mammoth. So just give me a mammoth. That's all I really care about. All I really care about. Come on. And decide that the Trash Panda could be the best. And on that note, you hear the music coming in. I'm gonna actually let this ride out into the sunset because the audio got messed up. So if you made it this far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I end up getting a pretty good placement, you'll see. I'm very happy. Congrats to the winner. And thanks again, everyone. Have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.